Welcome back. We are in our second segment of the morning, and this one is all about One Love Health and Wellness Expo. We are joined by three representatives to talk about it, and of course we have with us Hassan Artis Rahim. He is the CEO of WACP-TV, as well as the CEO of One Love Health and Wellness Expo. We also have with us in the middle Miss Nalesia Goins, and she is the project director. And on the far left, we have Reginald Hamilton. He is a healer and herbalist. Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us. It's a pleasure.
All right, so we are here to talk about One Love Health and Wellness Expo. And I believe the name speaks for itself what we will be expecting.
Yes.
Health and wellness.
Health and wellness.
Perhaps we could start there.
Well, the name reflects the mission. And the mission starts with yourself. And when you realize that you need to heal yourself, then, or should I say, when you realize that you have a mission of healing, then you start with yourself. And then you spread it out abroad. So my mission was to find a place on the continent when I reached 70, I'm 80 now, when I reached 70, to come and settle and help the people of that region. So I chose Belize. And in choosing Belize, my mission is to, number one, find a place where I can heal myself. And Belize has the most healing herbs and the most healing doctors than any place that I know. So the mission coming here, I've been here long enough to get my dual residency, and I've also been here long enough to meet people who can heal. I've also been here long enough to establish something that's going to help other people, which that is my life purpose right now.
Yeah.
Everybody need a purpose, and that's my purpose, to be able to come someplace that I can help the people.
So I would imagine that this expo is an opportunity for you to share some of the information that you gained while being here in Belize.
Absolutely. And you know, when you reach a certain age, you should have a certain level of ideas, opportunities, and mission to be able to share it with other people. Because if you just live for yourself, that's selfish. So here's an opportunity, this event and this event, open your eyes, you know, to share the information.
Yeah.
Now, Reggie, you've been around for quite some time
Yes.
doing herbal and traditional healings, natural medicines, yes. Talk to us about that. Talk to us about the power of the alternate route.
Well, on the spectrum of health and traditional healing, when it comes to medicine, one has to understand exactly what he or she will be consuming. In the sense of in your body, it's a balance that we got to retain, and we got to eat food to survive and live. It's just that a plant-based diet is more essential to life and to human being in the sense of it provide medicine as primary and then secondary food. So we got to practice and continue to practice to not let go culture and not let go lifestyle. And so I'm the person that is here to disseminate the understanding behind natural medicine or consuming of natural medicine. It is a big ballpark. It is the forest. We refer to the forest as the rainforest as the medical institution, you know, and the herbs that is there is like having it in a restaurant, because stuff comes from the restaurant. I mean, everything that comes from the forest inside your seasoning pot is from the restaurant. And so that idea is not furnished by me. It is furnished by the Creator who have created us. But we're here, and I'm here to disseminate that because I'm a steering hub for healing and for people to get things inside the body. See, when you talk about getting things inside the body, it's not just that you will eat and drink, but you will make good quality selection so that you could retain or maintain the balance that you need to retain or maintain. And so I serve in my capacity as a healer to direct people and to let people understand, because we are what we eat. And this is universally, health is our wealth, or should be our wealth. And if I may say that I am going to know something that is good for every one of us here, and I would keep it to myself, it's not going around.
Yeah.
So I need team players, and I need good team players that can continue to spread and forward in my area. I need to be connected. So it's a circle, you see? And when it comes to healing, now the medicine is, of course, primary, because many people, they think they might be healthy, but they might not just be healthy. We eat and drink every day. A simple example of what I refer to is to go back to your primary school days, go back to the culture, the originator of this culture is our ancestors. And going back to the culture will direct you and will put you in a path where you need to consume stuff from within. And the stuff them that we tend to eat is not always the stuff that we need to eat. And so we don't do good food selection. We find ourselves consuming too much of one thing and too little of the other. And that is not retaining a balance. A balance is to find yourself in that area where you consume food but get the balance retained. So I go back to the 6 food group. We have that in primary school. People ask me, but how do I know that I will be healthy? How do I know that I am healthy? No, I am not the healthiest man in the world, and I'm the healer. You'd imagine? So I am saying that you go back to the 6 food group, and I use that as my example because we have been taught to do this since we were little. In every primary school, there's a 6 food group chart. Go back and eat just a little portion from each group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have accustomed ourselves of not doing so. We want to eat how we feel and what we like and how things taste.
Thank you.
It is for value that we receive and get on this platform, all 3 of us and all of us in this room, that we consume things that not we like, because most of the things that we like is not good for us. Then consuming things, not being gluttonous, eat to satisfy, not to be full, because you're overloading your system, and that is systematic with the average. It is customary with the average Belizean or many people that is obese. And so these people have found their way moving away from the culture to their culture. And you can't force or dictate a lifestyle to people. So it is a journey. It is a job. It is, I like to say this, that a journey starts with a transformation. Life is a transformation. And so we have to, if we used to do certain things our way and not doing it the right way, we have to change that around and doing it the right way. And I'm sure that we find some culture that we belong to. We'll find somebody that used to do it before my time. There's grandma, there's grandfather, every household have an elder. And an elder should be followed. But we, at some point in time, have dropped the ball. And so we got to pick it up back and try to find out who is the next person to receive a baton.
And that's where the Expo comes into play.
Right.
Yes, Isani?
Let's bring Sister Goins into the conversation. What is your specific role, and what are you looking forward to out of the Health Expo?
Well, my role is to direct the organization and to make sure that the health and wellness, the proper information and why we're here, to get it out to the public. Everything that he has said, everything that Reggie has said, we basically live this lifestyle. But the most important thing that the public need to know is your health is your wealth. Most of us put emphasis on the outer. Everything starts with the inner and the outer. So to put your life in balance, like he said, now I'm saying it, you must be balanced. So the most important thing, the world, I'm coming from the United States, we got problems with health and wealth. And diabetes is at the top of the list. Now, when you hear diabetes, diabetes, come on. So it's your diet. So we need to tune in to Mother Nature. Mother Nature haven't made no mistakes here.
Yeah.
She's in divine order. So once we know this, it haven't been taught. I put emphasis working with children, working with schools, that it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. But you got to learn. You got to be open to learn. Number one, it's all about what we eat. If you eat the wrong things, you're going to get the wrong outcome. If you live a holistic life, you're going to live longer. You're going to look like this. You're going to look like this. You're going to look like this. Okay? So, health is your wealth. So we put an emphasis on health. Because you cannot live, you can put all your money in diamond and gold, but if you don't have health,
You have nothing.
you have nothing. So I'm here to promote and spread one love, healing, and kindness. One love, global healing. That's the part I play. Thank you.
I want to say thank you for my complimentary cup of ginger and fever grass
With
tea.
with moringa.
Compliment.
With moringa.
With moringa.
Right, it's a three-piece set,
It tastes
one.
great.
Yeah.
And I'll ask you,
Right.
what are the benefits of this drink?
It is tremendous. I will say this. This is my everyday tea.
Okay.
Yes, I have about 52 plus teas inside the store, and I do from time to time in different avenue of selecting teas. Maybe a week I do 4 teas within that week. But the main one is the fever grass, the moringa, and the ginger. Let me say, the fever grass is a nice calmer for the brain and the nervous system. It's a brain food.
Thank
It
you.
is food in itself. It builds the immune system. It takes care of your defense. And so when the resistance of the body is peak, the body tends to be in a more alkaline mode or over an acidic mode.
Okay.
So if you're acidic and you drink some fever grass, it will help to, I don't want to use the word erase, I want to use the word reduce. It will help, it will suppress and help to reduce the acid. When the body is acidic, it's more vulnerable to illness and condition.
You're in
And
trouble.
so the fever grass is big there. The moringa, we know that as a good food product. In fact, they use it in the restaurant, they sprinkle it on food. It's a natural form of vitamin C. It have a lot of medicinal benefit. It's good for the digestive system. All of these colitis and all of these digestive disorder, they're bacteria that builds up inside our digestive system based on how we eat. And so this will help to reduce the cause of a bacteria inside the digestive system and help to replenish the body. Not only that, moringa is also a regulator. The seed is a purifier. You can put a seed in a glass of dirty water and it will get it clear.
Wow.
It will purify it. It's better than a chloride. All right? And so it's also good for hypertension. Many people that is suffering from hypertension,
High blood pressure.
and even so anemia, low blood pressure, high blood pressure. It is a good source of regulator to source the body to regulate the pressure. So if the pressure is up, it's normally tend to say that you have a high, rich blood. And when the blood get rich, it get thick. And so it get thick, you need to do purification. Otherwise, you'll find yourself in the
Heart
backyard
attack.
for cardiac. This has to do with your circulatory system. You eat rich, you blood get rich and it get thick, it get rich and it get thick. But our body does not have a purifier. So we use like a moringa to do purification and to help the blood, to season the blood, to get the inflammation from the blood.
Yeah.
We eat stuff and we eat stuff based on what we like and how we feel. And then most of the
Tastes
time we
good.
find ourselves getting too much of one thing and too little of the other. And so
Yes.
this have a side effect on our body. And so the moringa is good there. Ginger. Ginger.
Well, we know ginger is
Ginger.
excellent.
A lot of
Excellent,
people,
you're right.
lot of people body is not balanced to appreciate ginger because of your health condition. There will be sometimes rejection in different food product that you consume. And so if you consult your doctor and the doctor said, do not take too much of ginger, then you follow the doctor prescription. Fine. But ginger is a wholesome food product. It is under the earth. That is already telling me something, that it's a natural form of steroids. It's a natural form of steroids. And so the compound of that ginger is good for the body. And what is it good for? It's good to eliminate gas, which we don't pattern meal. And when we don't pattern meal, like going back into culture, we don't pattern meal. We go and grab it and we go with it. Sometimes we go for it when it's not, when we're hungry, and the body just grab up the food. That's not the way to eat.
Yeah.
The way to eat is for you to take a small portion, select food, good food choices, and sit and satisfy your food. Take down maybe a half glass of water before you do so, and the body will receive all the nutrients, all the build-up of that food that you give to the body. So ginger is good. It also helps to protect the walls of the intestine, strengthen the digestive system, work alongside the enzyme to expel the build-up of gas that will be inside the body. Remember, when you eat to go through the digestive system. It goes to the esophagus, go to the digestive system, the small intestine, the large intestine, and then you go through that secretion process. All of that is done.
Yeah.
But you want to know that you have a good, strong digestive system, because once your digestive system is intact, it works the food better off. What most of people do, they tend to work the digestive system too hard. They don't take a break with the digestive system. They want to eat every minute. That is being obese. That is the platform for obese. That is building up. I am not hitting anyone, but I'm just saying is that when we consume food, we have to be not gluttonous. So the ginger is good. That is fever grass, ginger, and moringa tea. And you get that in your food. You get that as your food. You get that as your, on your table as a tea, but it's a food. You never hungry, but you won't be hungry for a long time, because that's a food's representation in liquid. I refer to it as liquid food.
Lovely. Just in a cup of tea.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you guys so much for providing me with a complimentary drink meal.
Yeah, yes.
So as we wrap up the show, I just want to get the final information on the date and time of the expo, where to go, and of course, last words of what we can expect.
Okay, basically, and I want to wrap it up by giving an example of our life as a journey. And as a journey, you have obligations to yourself, to the universe, and to your fellow man. So health is not just food, diet, it's how you think, how you treat people, how you interact with other people. So in this journey, we have pros and cons. You could call it different other words. And in these pros and cons, you choosing to have a pro and a con in your life. And these pros and cons affect your life. So everything, every dis-ease that we have, we cause it on our own self. If we have any kind of sickness you can name, it don't come from outside of you, other than the food that you eat, but it's your thinking. And most people think that they're healthy, but they're not. And that is a common thing. But the event is going to be the 2nd and the 3rd of September, kicking off the independence of Belize.
The September celebration.
A time
right.
to celebrate. So we need to check our health before we go out and party and do whatever we're doing. We need information,
Yeah.
and that's what we're sharing at this event. We'll have vendors there who will have different representation of health and healing. We'll have healing doctors. We'll have healing herbs and spices and tinctures. So this is the event to attend if you want to get better and help heal yourself. September the 2nd and the 3rd, kicking off the independence of Belize.
All right, and the location, Corozal Bay, Rainbow Beach.
Maximum Water Park.
All right, and it's
Everybody
from
know
10
it.
a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yes.
Fun time.
All right, well, thank you guys
Healing time.
so much for joining us. We appreciate the information. I appreciate my liquid meal, and all the best at the Expo.
Thank you. It's a
Thank
pleasure.
you. Thank
Yes,
you.
it was a pleasure indeed.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we get to interact a bit with a small business. It's all about Picositas BZ. Don't go away.